Mask making, an exercise in labeling and dividing. Taking ideas as abstract as nations or cultures and giving them a name. She points to a map, labels a shape, and suddenly it becomes something relatable to the students. The faraway is somehow both found and lost at the same time. By being named, it's the map that's been given value, not the actual place or people. Although these countries and cultures are given a face, how many features are shaped by our own judgments and values? I grew up in Texas, a place famous for its loud values. As a child, I was taught to know what it meant to be a Texan through an understanding of what a Texan wasn't. To learn the history of Native Americans in Texas, I made a mask. To learn the history of Spaniards in Texas, I made a mask. Over time, I understood Texans to be those who didn't have to wear a mask at all. As battles wage in Texas over changing textbook standards, the mask-making question comes up once more. What role should values play in how we label history and design curriculum? Before being isolated according to professional, racial, and economic differences, many of us first meet in the classroom. Although still sites of social segregation, the public school system is a uniquely situated frontier within a socially fractured world.
Well, I am, in a regular mood. I'm just sitting under here, under this red tree, watching a soccer game. Oh, by the way, my brother's in it. That's why I'm sitting under a red tree.
Look at the Texas Revolution from the Mexican citizen's point of view. And what about the Native Americans? They're going to lose out in every aspect here. You're going to see a lot of people talking. You're going to get to the Alamo and you're going to hear about Colonel Travis talking about freedom. But who was standing right beside Colonel Travis? His slave. Be careful. Understand that freedom may be his definition of freedom, but you can't really talk about freedom if you own another human being. So it gets complicated, doesn't it? It's never so simple as sometimes we would like it to be.
During the fall of 2001, I remember working on a fairly routine lesson in a 7th grade art class. If values can be taught at all, art seems like an ideal medium to teach broadly. An idea as abstract as difference can become accessible. to trace different contours, different skin tones, to trace the world as you see it. His face, her face, my face. My art lesson during this school day, however, wasn't about the different forms of the human face. In a school of less than 15% Caucasian students, I'd found myself embarrassed by the lesson plan. An outline of a face was projected on the wall for us to trace. The eyes line up with the top of the ears. The bottom of the ears line up with the bottom of the nose. Yet, unlike most of my classmates, this face was of a white male. And then, around 10 a.m., we stopped. A TV was rolled into the classroom. Lessons paused throughout the school. Instead of the white male face, I studied plumes of smoke. As they collapsed, I first learned of the Twin Towers. In the time that followed, we learned to draw a new face, the face of a national enemy. This face was brown, this face was Arabic. As the 24-hour news cycle endlessly repeated, this face was clearly named, labeled, and tagged. Sitting far away in a Texas classroom, how was I to truly know what this face represented? A plume of smoke, a brown face, a memory. Two contours, us and them.